Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're about to take on Hamilton here away from home. Celtic are playing Hibs at Celtic Park. We are going to the Super Seal Stadium just now and hopefully be turning the screw against Hamilton. They've actually beaten us 3 times, 3 draws, but we've beaten them 14 times. Of course, Stuart Rice ineligible because he is on loan from us after we signed him in the summer there. Going back to a stronger team for this one since we're away, Fulton will come in, as will Manuel Riedel, who doesn't have a side preference. Alexander Arnold will come in for Byram. Byram has played very well actually, but Alexander Arnold the better of the two. Moore is out for Fassi. Payez comes in for Jonas. Chiacheri in for Mixa. Walter Molina in for Gallagher. Morelos on the bench for Gallagher. Question. I mean, we'll take Wallace out as well for Denswell. Question though is, what do we do regarding Morelos? Do we bring him back in or do we go with Arp? Riedel's right-footed, as is Lastly. Yeah, do we stick with Arp or do we bring Morelos back? We'll bring Morelos back in. I do like Arp, but until Morelos does anything poor, I think it's only fair that he continues as the main man. 4-1-4-1, rather boring from Hamilton today, but they will have seen us smashed Dunfermline 8-1 and will probably want to avoid a similar fate. We'll just encourage the boys as we get started here. Should be a nice comfortable win for us today. Although 10 minutes in we've created absolutely nothing. Looks like the 2 banks of 4 there being protected by the defensive midfielder as well. Seems to be working for Hamilton so far. We've created absolutely nothing. Marfane goes long towards Koulibaly and is headed away, but it will be nodded on to Daham. Out wide to Boyle. Come on, Edelman. Smith now. Daham again. Back to Boyle. Back to Daham. Some good marking actually so far. Oh, but Goujon gets past his man. Docherty now. And Goujon nicked by Morelos though. Here's Molina. Morelos is on his bike. Molina's ball in is perfect for Chiacheri. It's a sensational save by Marfang, but it is turned in by Alberto Chiacheri on the rebound, and it is 1-0 to Rangers. You give us one chance, one sniff, and the front line are going to punish you. Perfect stuff. Morelos actually not doing very well. See, Morelos is a 6.5 rating, but he won the ball back to actually start the attack that got the go-ahead goal, so I don't see how they figure that one out. Oh, it's thrown right to Chiacheri. Morelos, and he's missed. The keeper seems to have tipped that onto the post there. That's a really poor miss from Morelos. Payez finds Alexander Arnold. Is there another chance? Nope. Skondras will clear. Koulibaly will pick it up, and that is a howler from Alfredo Morelos there. That could be the wee opening that Fiete Arp needs to actually nail down that position as the main striker. As Marfang plays it long, Morelos has 20 seconds to score before he gets pulled at half time. Edelman to Molina. Way out right, but 5 seconds left by my count. Alexander Arnold gets it in. Chiacheri nods it over. And we will go in at 1-0 at the break. I'm going to tell them not to get complacent. We haven't exactly been lighting the world on fire today. Morelos will come off for Fiete Arp. Rodrigo Fassi will actually get pulled for Connor Moore. He's not been great today, Fassi. His head's been turned, obviously, with the transfer business. He's had 2 transfer requests rejected now as well. He has a long-term contract. He's going absolutely nowhere. Alexander Arnold now finds Moore. Nice touch. Puts it into the box. Goujon away. Back to Moore, though. Alexander Arnold. Lovely flick to Moore. Payez now. Moore. Overlap from Edelman. Save again by the goalkeeper. What a performance he's had today, the Hamilton keeper. Superb stop. Payez's corner. Goes deep. Easily away, though. Koulibaly can bring it clear, or can hoof it clear at least. 15-1 the shot count here in their favour, and it's only 1-0. A bit edgy about this. 20 minutes left to go. We've been pretty poor. I must admit, it's not nice for me to have to admit, but it does look like we've been quite poor. Mixa will come on for Walter Molina just now, see if he can grab another goal. After being so strong against Dunfermline last time and putting 8 by them. We've been really weak here. Giacherri's ball in's cleared. It's Moore for Paez now. Into Arp, who loses it. Pass back short. Mixer scores. Oh, and Marfang has every right to be furious with his defence. He's done his best to try and keep us at bay today. But we are going to run out winners now. Edelman to Arp, holds it nicely. Lovely flick. Paez tees up Moore, just wide. Should be 3. Looks like the Hamilton heads are down a bit now. We are carving them open now. Moore touches in, rolls her across. Mixer squares. Arp. Oh, it's a sitter. An absolute sitter. And Morelos will be happy about that. They actually ended up with Skondras in goal there at the end. Marfang got injured. Unfortunately, we didn't have any time to test Skondras. Well done, boys. Listen, it's 3 points at the end of the day. It's not exactly the most impressive performance we've seen, but we get the 3 points and we move on. Do we have any reports on those wingbacks we scouted? Still no. Okay, fine. Celtic vs Hibs. You'd expect a Celtic win at Celtic Park. It is 3-1 to Celtic, who have 3 victories and a loss. Of course, they lost the Old Firm game on opening day. Charlie O'Neill is away on loan. Good for him. And the next thing will be Thursday's Champions League group draw before we're away at Ayr, who presumably are still playing at Somerset Park. It's an exciting time. Team are steamrolling everybody. Looks like it'll be another relatively easy league campaign. Although Celtic are going strong, in fairness. They could turn round and beat us when we go to Celtic Park, of course. They did last season, still managed to beat us at Celtic Park despite our dominance. So you never know, but just the sheer consistency we're showing here against teams. I mean, Hamilton, they're okay. They did pretty well at keeping us out. We didn't swarm them. We only managed 2-0, but they created absolutely nothing in the other direction. So we were always comfortable. Dynamo Bucharest, Anderlecht. You'd think it would be Anderlecht going through with a 3-0 win from the first leg. It is indeed, after a 1-1 draw, Anderlecht to go through. I wonder if we're up any higher in the seedings now after getting to the final. I don't know if it kicks in right away or if it's a couple of seasons later that the points tally up. Come on, Celtic, get through. Nah, Celtic go out against Dynamo Kiev. So we dent in the coefficiency there. Bit better to have us both in the group stages. But at least we're there. 11.32 million. Robbie McCrory offer from Dundee United of 20k. No, that's a bit of an insult. He's only worth 49k for some reason. He's an alright goalkeeper, do you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Right, give me my group stage draw. Come on now. Luke Shields is away. Fine. Still no group stage draw. It's a press conference for the Ayr game and everything. Come on. It's one of the most exciting days of the season. The Champions League group stage getting drawn. Do we have another chance to... Do we get drawn against PSG and Real Madrid or something ludicrous? Transfer deadline day as well will be slowing down progress. Right, here we go. Group stage draw. Ivanildo Fernandez has been snapped up by Aberdeen. Good for him. I think he'll have a good career at Aberdeen. He did relatively okay for us. Group stage draw, we are seeded 4th. Once again. Okie doke. Let's see what we get here. Napoli or CSKA. Even Benfica would actually be decent. Ha! And then Benfica and CSKA get Juve and Barca as their second seeds. Chelsea, Atletico, PSG, Arsenal, Napoli, Spurs. Yeah, the Napoli-Spurs group's probably the best. Potentially the Roma-Bayern one as well. Group A. Group A maybe. Group B maybe. Group C looks like a group of death. Group D as well. Group E looks okay-ish. Group F also okay-ish. Group G okay-ish. Right, here we go. Group A, I'd take it. Nope. Group B, I'd take it. There we go. CSKA Moscow, Barcelona and Porto. I think we can get second behind Barcelona. It's more than achievable. Porto and CSKA are both good sides, but I think we can do the job there and get second place at least. Will we be able to jump up above Barca? It's unlikely, I would dare say. But then again, in our Ajax save, our other series, that we have going on the channel, we have managed to finish above Bayern Munich, playing only youth players. So you never know. However, that is us. The scouting, is it back on those boys yet? No. What is happening here? We requested quite a lot of reports last episode on wingbacks. Do you know what? It really doesn't matter at this point because transfer window's shut anyway. Alexander Arnold can fill in until we get our boy back from Hamilton at the end of the season. It's Ayr United time now. Board are very pleased. The board are no longer delighted, which is ludicrous. In real life, a manager takes Rangers to the Champions League final, he gets a fucking statue built in a car park. I'm taking... I'm going to take Molina out for Mixa. I'm going to put Mabudi on the bench. I'm going to start Connor Moore ahead of Fassi. In fact, let's rotate again. Putting McCrory in, putting Bilal Coaster in, putting Byram in. Put Alexander Arnold in at left wing back actually. I'm going to start Arp ahead of Morelos. Young Carsten Gross seems to be doing well so far for Salzburg. He looks the business as well, man. Got a lot of good players actually who are coming in on coming back from loans at the end of the season too. Expect nothing but a win. You may be a rotational lot, but you should still hammer Ayr. Alexander Arnold finds Paez. Back to McCrory, out to Lastly. Simple play at the back. Byram now. Charging down the right. Acres of space. Digs out across. Mixers hit the post. Should be 1-0. Their stadium looks massive. Moore. Arp, it's in. Griffiths can't keep it out. 2 minutes gone. Connor Moore, lovely ball through to Fieti Arp, and it is 1-0. But their stadium does look huge. What the hell? Let's see what their facilities are here. Somerset Park. There's no way Somerset Park looks like that. Well, after the quick start, the game's absolutely died a death here. 20 minutes gone, absolutely nothing happening. 4-4-1-1 from Ayr is somewhat of an ambitious formation, actually. And you consider last time out, Hamilton went with the super protective 4-1-4-1. Either way, it's not going to work. We just have better players, I think. Chiacherry switching the play. Alexander Arnold flicks it to Arp, and Mixa has a pop just over. Just the way we play, the way we spread the ball around and everything, we're just light years ahead of other Scottish teams at the minute. Really, Europe is where it all comes down to. And we're, of course, chasing the treble as well domestically. We haven't managed to achieve that yet, let's not forget. Chiacherry's been really poor today. Mixer's not been great either. I think Mabudi's going to come on for Chiacherry. I don't actually think the strikers are rising to the occasion of having all the competition. They seem to not be playing that well. I'm relatively happy with the performance. Chiacherry will come off for Mabudi. I'll actually bring Morelos on for Mixa. Morelos can play wider with Arp in the middle. See if they can link up the two of them together. I've been thinking it's one or the other as they'll be playing as the central striker, but you never know. Maybe Morelos can do the job wider. As Alexander Arnold throws it towards Arp, but Holt nicks it, gives it right to Byram. Connor Moore. Byram's way too close to him. Lastly, what a pass. A wee 16-year-old centre-back playing that pass. Holt will pinch it though, sadly. It goes to Grant. And Thomas. Nick it. Hill, Grant, out wide. Tutino over the top. Kelly's in with a half chance, and it sneaks in past McCrory. Who is this Tutino guy? I've got a weird feeling he played for Napoli or something. It's the first ever Ayr goal, and that is not good. Gennaro Tutino, he did play for Napoli. He was a young Napoli player. He's a good player for Ayr United, actually. But all of a sudden, for the first time this season, we've got a game on our hands as we go into the last half hour, and it's against bloody Ayr United. Coaster will nick it for us now, though, launching it towards Morelos. Takes a lovely touch. Connor Moore out wide for Byram. Right, put a perfect ball in here, Byram. Byram swings it, Arp heads it, but it's easy for Griffiths. I don't like this. Paez delivers it. Mabudi! There you go, son. It's a lovely return to the squad for Dapo Mabudi. A lovely header from the corner. And we have 2-1. And thank God for that. Burjonas can come on for Paez, I suppose. Paez looking a little bit tired at 77%. Moore's corner. Do we get a third? Come on, we need a wee cushion here. Burjonas to Moore. It's not a great pass, but he will manage to switch it to Lastly. Mabudi, Arp. It's a sitter. It is a sitter. None of the strikers really staking a claim. Burjonas' corner. And Mabudi has scored. I don't know why Burjonas gets the assist there. Surely it's Denswell, unless it came off an Ayr United head to go to Mabudi. Mabudi, I suppose, is actually staking the best claim of any of the strikers so far. He's played for, what, half an hour, and he's scored the 2 goals that are going to win us this game 3-1. Can't he argue with Dapo Mabudi being included from the start the next game? As we defend the corner, Dapo Mabudi has absolutely won that game for us there. Well done. Nice win, lads. We stay 5-0-0. Perfect start to the season. 9 games won in a row now, according to this winning streak thing. Obviously dating back to last season. Didn't mean to click that. Meant to click that. Celtic playing on the Saturday away at Tannadice against Dundee United. We'll see how they get on. And then we'll call it an episode. So registering players. Don't need to register Fulton. We'll register McCrory. We do need to register Coaster, Riedel, Wallace, Denswell, Byram, Alexander-Arnold, Edelman, Fassi, Burjonas, Paez. Don't need to register Moore, Molina, Chiacheri. Don't need to register Gallagher, Mabudi, Arp, Mixa and Morelos. That's our squad list. Everybody's registered. Excellent stuff. Come on. What's Celtic doing? They're going to sell Nerbiton, it looks like, for 2 point something mil. Considering he doesn't seem to play that. Celtic with a 1-0 win up at Tannadice to go 4-0-1. It's a really good start to the league. It's probably their best start in quite a while. It's just unfortunate for them they had to come to us as the first game. We'll look at the wee reports and then that'll be us. Darren Graham didn't get much joy against Celtic, but, you know, pinch of salt, they were playing Celtic. Luke Shields didn't play very well as Albion Rovers go down 3-0 at Cowdenbeath. Michael Aitken plays poorly as Aberdeen hammered on Fairmlin. Peter Fisher scores Arbroath's goal in a 2-1 loss to Alloa. Lewis Davidson does not do very much for Dundee against County. And he's progressing okay. Charlie O'Neill plays really poor as Annan go down against Falkirk. Neil Glover plays really well, gets a clean sheet for Queen of the South and they're 3-0 over Morton, and is looking an okay prospect for a backup to Ian Fulton. Craig Brown does not play well for Morton in that game. Curtis Francesi does not play well for Airdrie in their game, and they lose as well, 1-0 to Stirling Albion. Jordan Houston does, however, play very well as St Johnstone hammer Inverness 4-1. His physical stats are just so good, man. However, that will do it for this episode. Another 2 nice wins. More realistic wins this time though. Only 2-0 and 3-1. No Hammer and MD for 5 or 8 this time, sadly. But listen, that is going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, please drop down below and leave a like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And of course, you can subscribe to follow the channel here for the Rangers series, for the Ajax series. And in a couple of months, Football Manager 2019 will be dropping as well. So for that... But mostly, guys, just thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're taking on Aberdeen, and then we'll be away to take on Porto in the Champions League. Huge game, that one. for our progression chances.